Hello and welcome. And yeah, this is an earlier stream. If you're wondering, it's early. It is. I'm going out of town today, so I'm actually going to try to get two things done. I'm not going far out of town, going up to Studio B. But we're trying to leave in the earlier part of the afternoon, so I don't have all day to fiddle-faddle around. And one of the things I'm trying to do is finally get caught up. So I started the RPGaDay. So maybe I should I back up? Let me see. Hold on. Let me back up. Okay. Let us back up. Let me bring this up. So I started this is on the forums.hexed.press, where I set up a thread for RPGaDay 2025, which I did not create. It was created. Let's open up this at the, I don't think I need to translate it, at the autocratic.com. I'll post this into show notes. RPGaDay 2025. And basically the idea is you create something related to an RPG topic, one thing per day for, the 30 days of August. Now I noticed, actually just noticed recently, that it's got, the prompts are all these first two rows. So it's all in this. If we open this up a bit bigger, we can see that we have the prompts starting here with patron coming through. Or is it 30? I guess there's 30. Is there 31 days in August or 30? Are we at back-to-back? Because isn't September 30? I don't remember. Whatever. I guess 31. I'll take their word for it. It's 31 days. And then I guess there are these other questions, these parts you can do, but I haven't been doing this part. I've just been picking topics and going on. But to me, I always look at it, do whatever you want with it. The main point is to do something. And this is, I've mentioned this before, this is what I like about the game jams and other kind of challenges, is it pushes you to do something. Now this one, it's not extreme. I mean, really, the thing is, it can be as extreme or not extreme as you want, because really it doesn't say you have to do 1,000 words. It doesn't say you have to do anything. Hey, Croco, it doesn't say you have to do anything in particular. It just says you have to do something. Some of my posts have been on the longer side, but it's because I've found the topics interesting I want to dive into. The last couple I did have been D66 tables, which you can find. I've been posting them. So I post them a few places. They end up on the Discord. If you're on the Discord, I've been posting them to the public part of my Patreon. If you're on Patreon, I made an itch project also. So if you follow me on itch, that's another way you could see it, because I post them. Let me see if I have it somewhere. I created, which I thought was So I created this, which is just a really simple itch project that has everything. Crocker says they keep to 5 to 10 minutes a day. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. Whatever you want, 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if you really get hooked on it. I mean, really, it's all about just getting you to do something. So you can see here on the itch, if you click on any one of these, and then all the substantive things are on my website, which is just hexed.press. So here's the D66 table that I did for journeys. And I have to do some mucking around with my blog to kind of fix some things and getting it set up properly. But there's a few places where you can get a hold of it. And of course, what is it? Patreon.com/hexedpress. I think, right? That's it. They're here as well. And I have I think it's called a collection on there also, with all the RPGaDay stuff that I've done. All right, so now all that out of the way. So essentially, if we go back here, we got a topic. We have these kind of a secondary prompts you can use if you want or not, and then essentially create something. Now I could do it as video form. I could just talk like this video. If I started talking about explore, could be my thing. But I've been enjoying doing it as kind of a blog a blog kind of article type thing. So I'm going to do that, but I need to work on it. So I this morning already, I created. Well, I guess the best place is this one. This one's actually this morning's, which was yesterday. I posted this morning. It was yesterday's. Where does this path lead? Which is for day 7 journeys. So I'm on the verge of being caught up, which is great because I think I started 3 days behind, maybe something like that. So it's good to be caught up. This one's on exploration. I thought I would just kind of work on it and take thoughts, conversation, whatever, for maybe an hour or so and see how far I can get on it. But I was thinking, so I guess the first thing is talking about, this is going to be kind of hex exploration as opposed to dungeon exploration, but of course it's just a prompt, right? You could, however you want to see explore, if you want to talk about making a character class based on Dora the Explorer, right? Anything you want to do. So I'm talking about exploring. So I'm going to talk about exploring a hex. There is no preset goal as there is when searching. So I may need to flesh this out, but the idea here is that I'm looking at exploring, like, I don't know, you think about the classic kind of explorers. I suppose they're often actually, probably in the real world, you don't tend to just go into a place and just start canvassing it. You probably have a goal, but I'm going to think here as explore as an action. If we think about what are our sort of wilderness actions, if we take explore, I'm going to look at that and differentiating it from searching, in that when you're exploring, you don't have a particular thing. I think if you're searching the hex, you're looking for a particular something. The bandit's keep. Shout out to Daniel. The lost mine, the forgotten temple. Like you have this thing you're looking for. But if you're exploring, you're kind of like, hey, we're in this new spot, and I just want to kind of see what's around, and we'll spend some time looking around. And that's how I'm gonna look at exploring as differentiated from searching. You might look at them as synonymous, but I'm going to break them up into two things. Right. So I'm just going to make a note here. Explore as a wilderness activity. And I know it's not a sentence or anything, but I can keep right there. So first, we're gonna do that. So now this is kind of going to be a selection of tables, I think. So I'm going to have some 1d6 tables. Discovery. One, I don't know what I'm going to have yet. So I'm just going to have to put some blanks in here too. 3. Let me see. Actually, let me do this a little bit differently. I kind of like these. I have enjoyed doing a lot of D6 tables. It's obviously you're limited by only having the 6 digits potential. If you're assuming you're doing 1 D6, obviously you can add more D6s, which exponentially increases the amount of options you have. But looking at it and saying, okay, I'm going to do, and I do like that you can get several things out of it. Not that you can't do these with other ones, but I don't know, just doing it with a D6 is kind of nice. So I like these ones that are basically 1 to 3, so that you have a 50% chance of getting the one, then a 33% chance of getting another one, and then a 16% chance, point whatever for getting the last one. So you get these you can do these kind of grading out. And I have found I've gotten a lot of use for them. So you only have 3 options, but these are going to be maybe I'm these types of discovery, right? So these are going to be sort of broad, but they're going to be, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? This is only one role of going to be kind of a multiple role thing. But here we can kind of break things out into groups. Now, I don't know if these will hold in terms of, I might want to change this to having a third, because that's the other thing I like. You can do 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. So I feel like they should all be the same, which it turns out they might. Or you can do half and then do 1 and 1 1 1. So I could have half and then 4 5 6, or I could have 33% and then 3 4 5 6. And there's a few different ways to do it. I'm just winging it right now. Oh yeah, I gotta make this an actual table. So I don't know. And this, I'm in Markdown, which is why you see me making this table like this. That's kind of how Markdown does it. So I think 1 to 3, I'm going to put what's the easiest thing to find? I'm going to say a trail. And I'm going to put a find. Okay. And then I think it's Alt-Shift-F. Well, I got this little handy thing. There we go. Oh yeah, I can also, let's save that. And then I can open the command palette and I can preview the slide. So there you go. So now you can kind of see what it's going to look like when it's all said and done. So let's see. What did you discover? Now I can just, okay, so we have a trail. What is a trail? Trails are paths that lead somewhere. And now we'll make another table. Trails are fancy paths. There you go. And it's funny because I just made a D66 of where this path leads, which I could probably make a note. I'll do that. Well, I mean, maybe just put a note. See where does this, what did I call it? Did I say path? Where does this path lead? Yep. Where does this path lead? For 6 options. Okay. And I'll link to that. I'll do the linking. I'm not going to worry about the linking right now. All right. So now where does the trail lead? So the trail can lead to a, oh, and here's some more of my Jamaica Aqua Fresca for the, is it Agua or Aqua? I don't know. I think it's probably Agua Fresca for the working man. All right. So the, oh yeah. Let's put a thing. So now we're going to move clue up to this one. We'll move find. Yeah, because we all like secrets, right? What kind of secret thing is here? Shift F. All right. And now we can have clues. 6. Clue. Oh yeah, and then I suppose, whoops. What is it a clue to? I don't know, we'll see how this works. And then I'll try doing it. Let's see if a whole D6 table will work. I don't know. Part of why I think it's nice is the D6 in general, I like because you don't feel overwhelmed with options. There's not a million things you have to. If I'm filling up a D20 table, it can feel you can feel overwhelmed by the amount of options you have. Now, granted, you can start curving. You can add ranges so that you start to add some curve to your probabilities and whatnot, but it can still feel kind of daunting. So, all right. So, what kind of clue it could be? Let's see, I guess a marker. Going to put in some. So, what kind of clues could we have? We have a marker. An old campsite. A kill site. I don't know if kill site. Will this tell me? Give me if it's. Don't know. Let's put kill site. What would it be? Buried cache. Maybe a kill site isn't appropriate for this. All right, so we got a marker, an old campsite, a kill site, half buried cache, what other kinds of clues might we find? Is there a word for footprints that's not just because I want to say a footprint, but not like an animal foot or animal print. What would you call what is there a word that describes footprints of any species? Is what I'm wondering about. Like, would you call a dinosaur hoof prints, paw prints? Oh yeah, shoe prints. Oh, trackways, ichnites. Okay, I guess that is something. So, all right. So apparently, I'll move this over here so everyone can see. Apparently, ichnites, are they specifically for fossils? Are you specifically for footprints known as ichnites? A fossil track. I see. Fossilized footprint. Trackway. I'm going to use trackway. I guess I'll put in footprint, hoofprint, paw print, etc. Okay, so a marker, an old campsite, a kill site, a half buried cache, a trackway. And then what could be a last one? What else could be? A marker, an old campsite, a kill site, a half buried cache, a trackway, all right, unburied remains. And where does it lead to? Another clue. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna, okay, another clue. Another clue. Find and find. Secret and a secret. All right, let me put a note here. So okay, amassing clues. For every clue gathered, roll an extra die when for every clue gathered, roll an extra die when what's the word I'm looking for? Roll an extra die. Well, basically, what I want to say is once you start getting clues on the other tables, when roll an extra die when using the other tables. Something like that. It's basically what I want, right? Every clue gathered, you roll it. This way you don't, because if you feel like, I think the idea, what I want to try to avoid is that it's a bummer if you get like, oh, it's a clue, another clue. But what you're doing is you're doing these so that when you get back to these kinds of things, or the tables, during this search or subsequent searches in this hex. Or maybe, so you feel like you're making progress until you actually find something. Until a find or secret is uncovered. So basically, until you get to a find or a secret, if you're searching, you find some things, you can keep going. It kind of adds something. So you don't feel terrible, ideally, for not finding something. Or by only getting a clue. Though I think if you're playing at the table, I wouldn't necessarily say to the players like you find a clue. I'd say like, oh, you find this marker or whatever. It's like, oh, we try to follow the marker to keep searching, right? So hopefully it feels organic and it doesn't feel like a letdown. But just in case. Now finds. Another table. Let's see. So I think I might have a couple here. So I think there's going to be a couple of types of supply. Or, sorry, a couple kinds. One's going to be some kinds of supplies. Let me put the table in first. I'll write it out. Why not? Okay, let's put in all 6. Guess I really can copy that. Be a little bit more efficient. Okay. And so we're going to have supply. Maybe I'll put 3. And then a resource. And then an exotic. I called it exotic resource. I think I've come up with different things. Oh, I'll put a reagent. could put a column in here for supply. So it would be, let's see, 1d3. Let's see, 1d3 turns worth of fuel. One D3 turns worth, meals worth of food, and then 2d3 fuel, or 2d3 fuel, meals of food, or 1d3 of each. Oh, whoops, I meant to, okay. This is going to be down here. Forgot to space these out. So this is going to be there, down there, and then supply. I'm not sure here I'm not sure about the resource part, actually, now that I'm pondering it. What kind of resources do we have besides? Because I was thinking reagents and stuff for spells and things like that. What other resources are there? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So I think I can actually kind of keep those together, really. Okay, so we're gonna have, let's see, Windows, D3 plus 1 doses. And then 2d3 plus 1 doses. Let's see. So what do we think? What would be the difference between it? What would be a resource? What would be a resource that would be different than, it's not fuel, like wood and stuff, right? It's not food. I know, we put or water. Or water. Here's a food. Of 2. Okay. Okay, let's see. So we've got, what is a resource? Okay. Resources. Let's see. These are ordinary materials that might have a cultural or practical value, such as wildflowers, honey, or medicinal herbs. All right, actually, I think that makes sense. That makes sense to me, right? And then reagents. These are rare natural materials that have magical properties such as nightshade. Gosh, now I gotta look and see. Nightshade, let me see. Let me look at where's my. What other ones do I have? I know I have. I'm gonna pull them from my thing here because I have a list. Okay. What are some examples of? Here we go. So, all right, belladonna, mandrake. That was what I think. Last page. All right, let me put them in order. Belladonna, mandrake, or nightshade. Bum bum bum. Okay. What did you discover? Trails, clues, finds. And the finds might be, right, so we get the clues, and then we get secrets. So what are secrets? All right. Secrets. Six. Oh yeah, I think I'm just gonna add, so guarded by, guarded, trapped. Okay, now you're gonna have, I think I might just do a 3. I don't think I've got more than Betty. Sneaky. My cat Betty loves to eat plastic, and she unerringly seeks it out. She's really, they must have a smell to her or something, because she can just find, she'll find that stuff. You think it's hidden away somewhere, and it is not. She will find it. All right, so the secret is a lair. Secret is a dungeon. It's a treasure hoard. And then we're going to do guarded. Yes. Yes. No. Or maybe I'll say protected. Maybe. And then trapped. Crocco says a source that recovers. What's the source that recovers, Crocco? I missed. I'm seeing it late, so I missed the reference. All right, lair. Yeah, trapped. I wonder if I need some different factors for this one. Okay, so we have secrets. Protected, inhabited. Yes, yes, no. Yes, yes, no. Do I need something? Yes, let me just put this by a single creature. Yes, by multiple weaker. Just to differentiate them a little bit. And then for, all right, for trap, what kind of trap? Are there different traps? Oh, yes. Magical. Yes. Pain, and then no. I think this is pretty good. Roll 1d6 for the type of. Then a second d6 for the column of find discovered. So add that in there. Roll 1d6 for the clue and a second d6 for where it leads. Just messing around, Crocos? Okay. All right, so we're going to roll 1d6 for the clue and then second, right, that's fine. And we can do, maybe I'll roll a couple here just to try it out. So I got this, and then let me do this. Roll d6 for the type of secret. The secret. Then 1d6 for for each of the other columns to determine protectors or inhabitants and traps. All right. Let's do an example. Let me get out some D6s here. I open this up here. You know, a lot of my D6s are in my game bag because we use them. Here, get my dice out. Okay. So let's see. Example. Party of adventurers decides to explore a secluded valley. Oh, you know what? Hold on. For each group exploring separately, roll 1d6. All right, so they're all doing it as a group. So they're going to get one. So I rolled a 6. Oh, no, why did I do 2d6? I rolled 2d6s. I rolled a 3. Okay, so the first thing they find is a trail. First turn spent searching reveals a trail. Now let me roll to see where the trail goes, right? So then we go down the trail. The trail. I rolled a 6, but I don't want to go right to a secret for this explanation for this. So let's go 3. So the trail leads to a clue. We decide to follow the trail. And it leads to. I'll just bold it. Just do a little formatting here just for fun. Part of it, adventurers on a party of adventurers. Adventurers decides to explore a secluded valley. The first turn spent searching reveals a trail. They decide to follow the trail, and it leads to. And I got a clue, so let's go up to the clue, which is 5, a trackway. Leads to a set of tracks. And there's where those tracks go to. 1, which leads to another clue. Set of tracks. They follow those tracks to another clue, which is 3. Oh yeah, and okay, so there I don't roll again for this one. So this one is a kill site. Follow the tracks to a kill site. And that leads to kill site, which leads to another clue. What is the other clue that leads to? 6. Oh, unburied remains. Interesting. Investigating the kill site leads them to unburied remains. That's kind of an interesting one to get. And that leads to 4, a find. And the find is 5, a resource. Right, remains. These remains I'll just put parentheses. All right, so this is a clue. Oh wait, I'm supposed to add. So they got 2 more clues. So actually, no, that's fine. I should have added 2. So I actually should have gotten I guess I'll just say they got a reagent, right? Remains. Another clue. Growing around the remains are a cluster of belladonna. Let's roll for how many doses? Which is what? So d6, 5, 1d3 plus 1, 4, what do I do? 2, so 3 doses. 3 doses worth. How does that work? I mean, how does that look? I think that's pretty good. Party Adventures decides to explore a secluded valley. The first turn spent searching reveals a trail. They decide to follow the trail. second turn, and it leads to a set of tracks. They follow those tracks. To a kill site, investigating the kill site. Leads them to unburied remains. Growing the remains are a cluster of belladonna. So this is basically like, this would be like a full day kind of thing. So they spend a, this is kind of, so using kind of 3-hour exploration, kind of exploration. Well, I would call this expedition turns. Exploration I use for inside the dungeon, but basically using these kind of turns, this would be kind of your full day. But you end up with the belladonna, which if you have somebody could be definitely be worth money if you got them back, because they're valuable for your alchemists, magicians, and things like that. I suppose poisoners and other people. But you get a nice little bit. And obviously you can, what's the word? You can embellish this, kind of add on to it as much as you want. I think I'm going to call that one, I'm going to call that, whoa, what's happening? Come on, WordPress. Well, that's no good. All right, so what do I want to call this? So now here's a little trick I found. I've got this marked down. Oh yeah, I'll have to write some, but if I can't, I don't have at the moment a, I'm sure there is a markdown kind of WordPress something or other. A markdown WordPress plugin, so I can just create directly in Markdown. But what I can do in the interim is take that preview, copy and paste that, and WordPress will read the HTML. So it kind of works about the same. Ends up working about the same. All right. All right, so I need a title. I need a picture for it. Turn stripes on for that. Save the draft for right now. Oh wow, I didn't notice it's WordPress isn't showing. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's behind. I keep forgetting there's that delay. The delay for what I'm seeing. Okay, so I need a title and I'm going to need an image. Let's go look for an image. Let's try explore. I don't need that. I'm just going to stick with Europe. And actually, let's see. Let's start with, I like to look at the engravings and etchings if there's anything good. What's this one? Bacchanal with a wine vat. What's the exploration there? Allegory of America. Imperial, no. Nope. I suppose it's inevitable with kind of explore. I'm going to get all these colonial. I suppose that's inevitable. But let me see. Any etchings? No. Not the music room. No. I've seen this one, run across this one before. This is good. Barbarous entertainment, a blind guitarist on the horns of a bull. What kind of cruel thing is that? But not what I'm looking for. The Imperial troops, no. All right, so maybe I'll do wilderness. Let's try wilderness girls. Wilderness covered with rocks. That one's not bad. I kind of like that one. So maybe I'll look at yeah, the bard got taken by the horns, Kroko says. Yeah, pretty much. Maybe I'll download this one because I like it, but I think I'll use it for something else. Save that one for other things. Okay, yeah, thank you. What I'll do is actually, in this case, I'll take that off. Take that off. I'm going to do 1800 to 1900. And let's try. Oh, there's only 7 canvas, really? Really? Hagar on the Wilderness, Mountain Ford. I think I've seen this one before. View from Mount Holyoke, Thomas Cole. That's kind of crazy. Are some of them not painted on canvas? What's the deal? Paintings 9. Well, I guess you shall have to do. Got some other ones here, though. Oh, it looks like they're all different. Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Let's save it. And now I'm going to go into Adobe. I've got a whole bunch of images I've been working on in here. So I will add this. Yep, new image, same size. Then I can find, where did I just find that one? Not that one. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Drag it in. So I like to set it as a background, then I reframe it to get rid of the border. Just looking at the art. And then I like to do a little fiddling around with it. So I will, let's see, grab it, adjust it, and desaturate it. What kind of shadow? Yeah, maybe make the shadows a little bit stronger. I'll brighten up the highlights. Brighten it up a little bit. Contrast. And now I kind of like to sit. I will sit there and add I like to put some kind of funky gradients on top. That's just what I like to do. All right, let me filter out the. Exclude that. There we go. Yeah, maybe that might be fun. Go to the opacity. Either screen or multiply. Maybe multiply, but we'll turn down that opacity. Something like that. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom, bada bing. We got something. Okay. And now I can download it as a PNG. Come back here. Switch over to post, set the featured image, upload a file. Oh, wait a minute. Did I download it? I didn't give it a name either, did I? Was Explore. Did I download it? I don't think I did. Did I? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Oh, yes, I did, but I want the name on it. All right. And then we'll come back here. Drag this over here. Copy. In from Al Holyoke. From the Expo. Bye. Cool. And then I don't have something. I don't have a name yet. I need a name. All right. Save that draft. Then let's see. Okay. Yeah. Let's look at exploration as a wilderness activity apart from searching or traveling. When exploring a hex, there's no preset goal as there is when searching. When the party elects to explore a hex, follow the steps, follow the procedure below to determine what they find. Okay. Let's see. What's a good any good quotes for exploration? I need a good quote. The Wanderer Within's got some quotes. Let's see what they've got. The Wanderer Within. These are probably going to be cheesy. Explore the unseen by unknown. That's these are cheesy. Oh, come on. Anything better than that? Let's see. These sites are so cheesy. I hate that they all have the same kind of thing. I want quotes. Oh, that's not. I misunderstood. That's not even about. All right, what is Goodreads? Ugh. I'm barking up a tree. Barking up the wrong tree with this stuff, I think. The Rockle. Ugh. Gotta be a better. I don't know, exploring. There we go. That's fine. It's boring. It's crapeasy, but I'll take it. Let's just see what we look like here when I look at this. Oh yeah, I have to fill that stuff in. All right. So yeah, so I got that. This is not. This is mechanics. RPGaDay 2025. Rules agnostic. Resources. That's it. Save draft and publish. Ladies and germs, we are live, and I am officially caught up on RPGaDay 2025. Huzzah! All right, Croco, I may be back shortly for some other kind of stream. Maybe I have to do something on the main channel. That might have to do it tonight or some other time, or maybe over the weekend. I don't know. We'll see. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out, and I appreciate helping me get through and catching up with my RPGaDay 2025. Game on. I'll talk to you later.